I don't know what it is about us in Meigs County, but we just like Meigs County. And maybe Meigs County likes us. But nevertheless, we are here on 200 acres in Meigs County that we are about to set up. I actually bought this farm over the phone and looked at it well into the process of being under contract on it. And I've been on a certain portion of this farm for the first time today, and it's even better than what I thought it was on paper or on online maps. This is a really good farm. So why is it important for you guys to stick with us through this improvement process? Is you're going to get to see how we lay the farm out. You're going to get to see the improvements that we've picked. Javen and Ben were here and they laid out a plan on this property before I even got here physically. They nailed it, of course. And we have made little tweaks to it today, having walked it with our excavation crew. So we've got Justin Taylor already teed up to start the improvements. And I'm telling you, if you're watching this now, it depends on when this content comes out, we will have this ready, knock on wood. We'll have this ready for opening day of bow season here in Ohio. We will. We did this last year in Meigs County as well. I think we can do it again. So barring that we don't get like no rain between now and season opener, we think we'll have this one set up, and I'm telling you, it's gonna be a good one. Stick with us.
This will be a sweet little kill plot down here in the bottom. It's not gonna be really big. We might get between a quarter and a half acre. But, our access is gonna be down in the bottom in the creek, and we'll have to come on the bottom side of this food plot. Anything with a west wind or wind is gonna blow along the creek bottom, and also with thermals dropping, this will be a sweet in and out spot to be able to get in here super quiet.
All right, today is kind of day one for Javen and I to be able to do real improvement work here on our newest Meigs County project. So this is 195 acres. We are on the Meigs-Gallia border. This farm is going to be awesome. So today's projects are, if we're doing really, really well, we're gonna try to get 2 redneck blinds set on the redneck 5-foot platforms. One of them is going behind us. If you can see behind us, there's an old barn, there's kind of some trash. Fear not, these are some of the things that we do when we bring improvements to the property, is we get rid of the negatives. We're actually going to use the barn to the advantage of this food plot and use it as a screen to cover this plot that we're going to be in front of. And when we're done, a beautiful redneck will be sat here on a platform. We've got more work to do. If we do well today, we'll set some of these 1,200-pound Bossbuck feeders. Tomorrow we're going to drill plots, and to our thankfulness, we have gotten some rain here in southern Ohio. Got almost an inch last week here, so the ground's ready for us to drill. We are in a race against time, but we're going to get this done. If you're interested in this farm, it is actively for sale. It's going to be listed at $749,900, and I'm telling you, this one's going to be a good one. Let's do it.
Just set this redneck blind on the 5-foot platform on this power line plot. It's about 2.5 acres, and we're getting it planted hopefully tomorrow. Justin and his guys were just in here and mowed this out. This is going to be a new plot, so we'll see how it does, but we're also coming in and doing a water hole on top of here. This is going to be a huge attraction for all the deer around here. There's not a ton of food around. And then with this blind tucked in super nice behind these cedar trees, we're going to cut lanes out of here obviously so we can shoot out of it, but then just access it from the side here off of the hillside. And I mean, you could e-bike in here and drop your bike right below the blind. I think with a water hole and even a scrape tree out here in the middle, we're gonna have a lot of shooting opportunities right here out of this blind.
Day 2 here in Meigs County. First off, we're super appreciative of Mr. Justin Taylor for letting us use his equipment with our equipment. This has saved me a lot of running to be able to use his tractor. So today, we're going to drill. This is almost a 2.5 acre plot here on this power line, and if you guys listen, you can hear it buzzing. It's kind of wild. One of my first farms had this, so it's nostalgic to come back to a farm that has this type of setup. We see deer on this power line all the time, so it's clearly not something they don't get used to, but we're going to drill Harvest Salad and Plot Topper by Real World into this plot. That makes a combination they call Deadly Dozen. It's one of my favorite food plots. We're a little late to the game here, but because we're using the drill, we'll be able to preserve moisture. We will be able to get this in, and I think there'll be plenty of time for this to be a nice, mature food source. Over my back is this redneck, and I'm so excited about this redneck because we have cedars in front of it that were already here, but the way we set this plot up and the way those cedars are going to be, it's going to provide incredible cover for that blind. So for the future owner, there's a few things that I would do here to that blind to make it even more bulletproof, but for year one, I honestly think there's gonna be some really good encounters here. I think this will be a fantastic place to hunt.
Tyler's out there planting right now. This is gonna be the biggest plot on the farm, 2.5 acres. This is gonna be the most food in this neighborhood. Big timber country right here. You're gonna be able to see a long ways. It's gonna feed a lot of deer. There's gonna be access from the back of the blind on this ridge top field. We're gonna have a water hole on the far side. Tuck this blind tight into these cedar trees. We'll be able to slip in and slip out. Somebody's gonna kill a good deer out of this, especially with kids or even gun season. This is the spot that I would choose 8 times out of 10 if you have the right one in.